Facilities using our products, the logos over here, Aeos, Procidi, and Avanti Alcala, and we're already seeing a decrease in antibiotic lens therapy, a decrease in antibiotic use, lower antibiotic resistance, and better communication between staff. So why us? We're the first company to get to market a proactive antibiotic stewardship program. Every other antibiotic stewardship program out there, including the ones at hospitals right now, are reactive. That means they have to wait until something happens so they can take advantage of what's happening there. We are automated the whole compliance piece. This is huge for nursing homes because they just don't have the resources to comply. We're coordinating the antibiotic use. We're the only company who's using IT to coordinate antibiotic use in the whole facility to reduce antibiotic resistance. And we provide adaptive decision support for doctors when they need it the most, which is at the moment where they're making an antibiotic prescription. Our big vision is to control antibiotic resistance in the world. To do this, we're getting through skilled nursing facilities because they're looking for a solution right now. But this will enable us to get the cash and resources to do the algorithms to go into acute care on small hospitals, rural hospitals, the bigger hospitals, and then affect changing the whole community. That's what we're planning to do.
1 minute.
We're asking for $500,000 as an angel round. This is going to get us to full production of our product and the first sale. Right after in 2019, we're going to raise $1 million, and that's going to get us to $2 million in annual recurring revenue. We have a great team. I have been doing sales and business development for the past 13 years. Luis Garcia, our CTO, has been doing enterprise software application for the past 13 years. And Dr. Robert Yancey is an infection disease specialist. He has implemented 5 different antibiotic stewardship programs in the States, in Florida, and he's also an infection disease specialist who has sold the company in these states. I hope you can join us in saving antibiotics for future generations. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Judges?
Can you explain your revenue model?
Yes. So we're SaaS. We charge per bed $50 per month for skilled nursing facilities.
What are the risks associated with you making recommendations on dosages and such to the physicians and nurses? I know they're writing a script, but you're making recommendations?
Yes, physicians can change the recommendation at any moment. It's a recommendation. So obviously there's always a legal risk, but it's minimum because they can always change it. As long as a physician is doing the prescription, they take the risk.
So it's a clinical tool also. Are there any FDA requirements for you?
There's not. We have a consultant with FDA and there's no clinical requirement. If we were doing the recommendation for the doctor and they couldn't change it, they would be.
What have you learned from the 3 case studies that you're working on right now with your clients?
So we started thinking it was all about antibiotic use, and then when we got there, we realized there's a miscommunication problem. Most doctors are off-premise in nursing homes, so it was really important to make the nurse job easier, and normally nurses are overworked right now. So adding this regulation, that's what we have taken a user-centric approach, which we have interviewed the lowest level nurse to the administrator and even the executive at the different facilities. We have talked to executives of over 20 groups covering 800 facilities, and we have gotten to the point where we know how the workflow is between the doctor and the nurse. So we have integrated ourselves into that workflow to save time to the nurse, but also to make the job of the doctor easier. Because doctors are all about speed. They want to see a lot of patients really fast, whereas the nurses are about quality of care and making sure they spend time with the patient. So our software allows them to do that.
Are these pilots going to convert to paid customers?
That's the hope. So every group is three different. The nursing homes are owned by bigger groups. Each one owns about 10, 15, and 20 facilities. So we're talking to them so that we can, from the current pilot, convert the whole group. If it was just one group, it would be, if one facility is probably easier, I would say yes right away. But because it's the whole group, it's a little bit more challenging. But the ROI is there. Like you see, it takes them $50,000 plus to comply. Our solution is going to be $80,000 minimum.
Do you have any other facilities on the pipeline besides the parent companies of who you're in right now?
Yeah, so we have 4 other groups, including the second biggest one in the United States we're talking to. They have 450 facilities, so in total it's about 530 that we're potentially can go. So 450, so it's about 6 groups.
So you said you're the first one to market. Are there other competitors working on a similar problem?
So there's people working on the problem. The main problem with all competitors, they claim to do antibiotic stewardship, and what they really do is reporting. Antibiotic stewardship is affecting the change of antibiotic use. If you do a report, it's going to be reactive. So a pharmacist will have to go and review the case and then ask the doctor to kindly do better next time. That doesn't work. That's why the statistic happens. That's what happens in hospitals right now. We are going in front of the doctor when they're prescribing, and we're saying, doctor, don't think. Here are 3 antibiotic recommendations. All of them work for disinfection, but they also control antibiotic resistance. And we're giving them already the right dosing, so they don't, it's faster and more convenient. So the competition is there, but it's not effective.
Okay, thank you. Nice job.
Thanks.
Okay, last but not least. Fortress.
Hello, my name is Massimo Chirini, and I'm going to pitch to you Fortress. What is blockchain? I certainly did not know until last night when I was playing Fortnite. Think of 100 players jumping out of the battle bus and spreading across the map. Think of each one of those players as a node on a blockchain. Each of them start off with 100 health, and that 100 health is their identity. Thank you. Now to the CEO and founder of Fortress, Alessandro Chirini.
So I just happen to pay for all those Fortress attributes that he has to buy every night, but getting down to the problem is identity, right? So identity today is usernames and passwords. How many passwords do you guys have? More than 10? So everybody's trying to get rid of them. Everybody's trying to use Google Authenticator, different technologies. We've all determined that biometrics is the next phase of passwords. So we started out with fingerprint, it's starting to get hacked. We started out with facial. Microsoft doesn't like facial these days. So we decided that voice is the next generation of passwords. So we went out and did 3 years of research and development. We came up with our voice biometric engine. And what we believe is that there's many problems in identifying users. One is the use case. Is it hot? Is it sunny? Is it sweaty? Is it wet? There's all these different cases. So even though we started as a voice biometric company, we're now evolving into a multimodal company. So we're going to let the users know that if it's hot, if it's sunny, if it's sweaty, we will let you know which biometric works the best. So with different sets of solutions, what we determined what voice makes a strong case is you can't steal a voice. You can steal a fingerprint, you can steal a facial snapshot, but if someone steals your voice print, we'll just ask you to say something different. So it's not like they can grab your vocal cords and take them with you. The other thing is voice is very convenient to use. So what are our marketplaces? We've got artificial intelligence, we've got chatbots, we've got everywhere where you want to identify a user, whether it's in a mobile app, in a healthcare environment, in a government and an entity environment. We have a pretty large market. So what do? We're developing our in-house voice biometric, and we've now filing 3 patents on recognizing voice faster than the competition. So why are we better? We're smaller, we're faster, we're now able to do it on a mobile device very successfully, and we're moving into a movement called the sovereign identity. That means that you keep your identity. You don't give it up to a government, you don't give it up to a bank. It's all with you, and the bank only gets a small portion of it. When you need to transact, that's when you talk to each other and they verify that it's you. So that's one of the concepts that we're coming out with. We also make solutions for the enterprise. So we started out with a password manager as an internal joke because we thought passwords are going away, but let's say, what the hell, let's make a password manager. But with that, we came out with an idea to make money, which is let's sell it to enterprises for Active Directory and LDAP and for software development kits so they can use our technology within their existing applications with a simple plug-and-play solution. So that's kind of our enterprise stack of applications. So this is our platform evolution. We have products. We develop those products with certain capabilities. We provide engines, and we provide customers in these spaces right here. Our evolution and why we're raising capital is because we're now launching 2 new products. One of our most exciting products is using a voice biometric identity on a blockchain. So we're starting out with blockchains and identifying the node players on that blockchain on either side of a smart contract. So the blockchain is coming out of those dark days and is coming into an enterprise scale application for financial and for healthcare. And in that smart contract negotiation, you want to know who's on each side of that smart contract and make sure you can identify them. We'll be the first company to come out with the blockchain for Corda, for Ethereum, and for IBM's Hyperledger this month. Okay, so there's some benefits and what are our Fortress IDs and Fortress Blockchain Master Key. I'm not going to get too much into the products, but we do have competition. There are other companies that do voice biometrics. We actually used one initially. We leveraged Nuance, which is our 800-pound gorilla, but now we've built our own, so we have our own corporate asset. And we've determined that there's other applications where we don't have competitors. So in the blockchain master key, there's really no one out there doing it. A lot of people talking about it, we went ahead and did it. And then the Fortress sovereign identity, it's a new concept that people keep their identity. So again, we'll be first to market with these 2 products this year. So we'll be ahead of the market on those 2 products. Market segment, sales strategies, different things that we do there, but that's kind of common, so I won't go into those. And going to pipeline, we've got 4 active pilots with large banks in Latin America. We have a Latin American market, we have a small US bank market under capitalization of $1 billion that want the technology. They just don't want to pay $20 million for it. So we've got a good market and good traction with 4 pilots that are paid. Those turnovers are starting to happen in September and October, so we're already generating revenue with only having the company be around 3 years. And we've got some financial forecasts. We'll end up being a $40–50 million company, and these are conservative numbers. Why? Because we are a transaction-based company, and when we come out with blockchain and you have a lot of transaction happenings on a smart contract, those transactions can grow quite big. We provide a very small tool that only does 2 things, user registration and transactional approval. And then the rest of it is all built by someone else.
Time. Sorry. Thanks. All right. Nice job. Judges.
Can you tell us a little about your advisory board and the people that you've utilized toward your strategic funding?
Yes, so the friends and family around happen to be some big friends. So we had the number 3 at JP Morgan, was the ex-CEO of International Equity, sitting around in the living room, decided to help us build this product, and has helped us on the fintech and the financial side. Monica Tremblay is a PhD in healthcare informatics at William & Mary University, so she's determined that there's a definite need to streamline healthcare information and patient onboarding and patient identification. Then we have Sanjay Gill, who's a cybersecurity advisor. He helps us with all the healthcare and fintech cybersecurity boards. And Dr. Prasanna is my partner, is from India, and we have built a partnership with the largest institution in India for research on biometrics out in Hyderabad. So we brought a team of experts on board to build these products out.
How much money have you raised so far?
So we've raised about $975,000. Just last week, we're talking about our Series A with a strategic investor that we're looking to raise about $1 million this year and $3 million next year, based on us meeting our targets. So we structured our raises on a year-to-year basis, and we've met those targets so far every year.
So lots of products, lots of verticals.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about go-to-market and what's kind of complicated.
Yep, so we actually have refined our verticals. It's a great question because we have tons of verticals we could go in. There's identity available everywhere. Because of our financial background with our JP Morgan guy, we're fintech focused. That's our first vertical, so fintech and now blockchain in the fintech. Healthcare is our secondary vertical. We've already built integrations to telemedicine applications and to kiosks inside a hospital. So really those are our 2 this year that we're really going to focus on. We've got a government division that we're starting to build up and really just starting to do more exploratory work with the certifications for military and different things that we do in the government. But that's really more 2019 and 2020. Fintech and healthcare is the one we're really going to focus. And the sub-segments, underneath that are going to be mobile payment applications, e-commerce, and just very precise about where we're going with those markets.
So is this more something that's going to help the consumer, or is it something that will help to give another level of security to the bank, or like who really benefits, or both?
Great, both. So it starts at the enterprise because they're going to streamline the way that they identify people. It's going to help the consumer because it's frictionless for the consumer. It helps them not have to answer challenge questions and do things like that. So at the enterprise level, it saves them money. And then at the consumer level, it helps them stay with that customer because they don't get frustrated working with that entity.
So eventually I could have my own identity on my phone and not necessarily have to go through. I could then just pick, I want to go to the banking app or the credit card app or whatever, and not have to go through, I could put my password or put my thumbprint and all that, because I'd be in already through Fortress.
Yep. So our password manager does that today. It's free. We give that one away. It was more of a proof of concept for us. But what it does is you log in with your voice, and then it'll pass your credentials through all those other applications. We recommend that everybody puts 15-character passwords because they won't have to remember them anymore. The idea is the long term is those other entities shouldn't be asking for the username and password anymore because we're providing it in the back end anyway, but we're also giving them a voice print, a session, a geolocation of the phone, and so many other things that they're not getting for them.
So what do you do with customers in healthcare and fintech that require change of passwords every X number of days? How do you facilitate that?
Great question. So in our Active Directory product, we actually allow them to do it on their phone. So when they do that password required change every 30, 60, 90 days, it'll let them know. And instead of having to call IT because they forgot it or they need to change it, they can actually just type it on their phone and do it themselves. If they get locked out, they'll be allowed again to do it with their voice print first to give them access, and then they can set it themselves. So again, it eliminates all that cost of having to call IT and the help desk, and it's usually about 40% of their IT budget.
So Schwab does this today in the fintech, and they don't do it for login, but once you get past login, they use it. Your
Correct.
voice is your password.
That's right.
Why are they not doing it at this level?
So
they have the technology.
That's a great question. So Nuance started it in the IVR Customer Support Center so that it's coming from the big banks downward. We're just coming from the opposite side, from the consumer facing upward, right, for the ease of use. There is banks that do it fully voice. Santander in Mexico is fully voice, and they do it both for their apps and for transactions and everything else. So it's coming in both directions. Our competition is the way that our voice engine is built is just a lot smaller and more compact to fit on a mobile device than the current solutions today, which are very large and very expensive. So we're going to compete with them in the space of really providing the identity of the user versus just the customer support, verification and identity, which is for us top down, and we're coming kind of bottom up.
Okay, thank you. Good job. I have no idea if they'll win, but I can tell you that kid's going to. Live. Okay, so our judges are going to quickly powwow for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to announce the winner and hand out the clown check. So, and no, I'm not going to sing in the interim.
Yeah. Shutting up.
You'd ask me that. It was blockchain.
Beta blocks?
I forget their name. Got me. Kid was good.
Did you go out the back gate? You go out the back gate.
I'm going to take care of some housekeeping while they're still delivering. So immediately after this is a reception. We'll have two bars. One bar up here front by the workshop stage area. There's another bar that's going to be back by kind of where the VIP lounge was, toward the food court. Also, there is a VIP party for those of you that purchased a VIP pass and have a purple ribbon on your name badge. It's at the Boatyard Restaurant. You'll need to wear that name badge to get in. So don't take them off and throw them away when you leave here. And that's pretty much it. So let's see what it does. Okay, so the moment of truth has arrived, and I don't know the answer, so we're all about to find out. So the judges are going to come up on stage, and we'll announce the winner, and then we'll take a photograph with a clown joke. I love saying clown joke or something. You notice that? Say it all the time, even at home. Okay, judges, thank you again for your great work. I know it took a lot to get through all the applications and pick the 5, and you deliberated for a while, so it must have been a tough choice. Mr. Hatton, what have the judges decided?
So we decided they were all terrific, and we narrowed it down to today's WinnerXendoo.
Zendoo. All right, Zendoo, come on up. You are the 2018 supx Startup Competition winner, $25,000 in cash and prizes. Congratulations.
Great work. Nice. Y'all should be very proud. Here, let's get you right with the judges. Let's scoot over that way a little bit. Don't need me up front. You with the judges. You be in the back.
Careful.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Couple more, Kelly. Are we good?
I think we're good. We got 3.
The red phone there?
Your red phone.
Share it. You can swipe up and you can see the, swipe up.
Yeah?
Then you press the little icon.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. It's my first iPhone. I'm kidding. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. Sorry, now everything's
Okay.
moved in better locations.
Okay. I'm just.
For those of you
I'm protecting you, please.
The bars are open.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Here, give me your camera. I'll take it.
Get back there.
Get back up there.
No running. Take it easy.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more.
One more. Hold on.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
All right. Oh.
Is that the company that does blockchain you were saying?
No, that was not them. No.
What did they do?
I missed their presentation. Sorry.
Guys, good job.
Sorry.
Yes, we are. Well, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask if you could look up where Zendoo's located because my phone is charging.
Yeah. As soon as I finish this. Yeah. I'll finish this. This live cast here. I'll tell you what. I think we're good.